Hello from Wales. Hi, it's John. That was our holiday house. Is our holiday house this week. Oh, that feeling when you're on vacation and it's Monday today. And it just feels really good because it's at the start of the holiday. We've been there a couple of days, and it's just been a really beautiful experience so far. Come on, Patch. Some of you have been reaching out to me, and it's not a coincidence, right, that here in Wales, the land of the dragons, and it was just really nice to be contacted by a few different people over the last few weeks about their experiences of dragons. Just as I said that, there's a dragon. Let me show you here. Someone has one of the Welsh flags here, look, in their garden. That little red flag is their dragon. Very proud. And I just recorded a dragon light language quantum psychic meditation in the garden of our holiday home. I was listening, so do check it out. I feel it went really well. It was definitely very powerful and felt very empowering. The musician perfectionist within me finds it a little bit hard to deal with background noise. Not so much when I'm performing, or doing the meditation. I'm used to doing that. It's more listening back, and it lightly depends on what you're listening to, whether it's on your phone speaker or your TV or headphones. And there's a lot of bird noise in the background, which is just beautiful. And I did try filtering some of it out with different things like an AI filter and also an EQ filter, but every time I did it, it got worse. And by getting worse, I felt like my guides were saying to me, John, none of this is to be filtered. The birds knew exactly what I was doing, and the things like AI filters aren't good at dealing with light language, especially dragon light language. They'll often just completely filter it out. So that's not helpful. And that was also why I was guided to come here on video, was because it felt important to really step into our power now, our superpowers. So if you resonate with dragons, if maybe you see pictures of dragons and feel that activation, maybe you enjoy the How to Train Your Dragon movies, or there's loads of dragon movies as well, right? Like Dragonheart and many more, and they appear in Games of Thrones. I never watched Games of Thrones. It feels like a whole franchise I've not engaged with yet. But if any of these aspects of dragons, including me talking like a dragon, or dragon-like language, say hello in dragon-like language, if any of that resonates with you, just encouraging you to continue to follow that path. Some people find it a bit scary. Some people have, fears within themselves about tapping into their full dragon aspects of themselves. Is there a phrase for this or a term for this? But the feeling that you might not be able to trust yourself, which is fascinating, right? Because, come on, Petch. Whoa, there's an old, looks like a World War II plane. Wow. Let's kind of flip you around to see it quick. See the plane! See the plane! There it goes. Wow, that was very cool. And here come the Welsh police. Oh no, ambulance. So yeah, I feel it's really fascinating that in our solar plexus, the fire, the solar fire generator in our bellies, is also the place where we have self-trust and a lot of our self-love exists. And so this dragon fire that exists within us is deeply interconnected with that part of us, which is fascinating, right? So if you ever feel concerned that you might yield deep within you, within your soul, within your subconscious, within your body, within your chakras, a superpower that is truly far beyond any other power that you have. Maybe you're scared of yielding that power. I'm just encouraging you to first of all see that, see the shadow of that, and say to yourself, I see that. I see that is a challenge within me. Patch does not want to walk. He just wants to keep stopping and sniffing. I'm just trying to guide him away from the busy road. So yeah, there's I get it. I feel I felt self-conscious, for example. I did tell my wife, I said I'm going into the garden in our holiday home to make a meditation video. You may hear some funny noises. We're in Wales, the land of the dragons, so I'll be speaking like a dragon. And she said, "Oh, okay." And it's funny, right? Like, she's not really into meditation, really, but just incredibly supportive. And I feel that's also, all we can ask of ourselves and ask of each other. It's saying to ourselves, you know what? This is, unusual and unique as a gift, and that it's okay to explore it. It's okay to go out and do it outside, do it in public. And many of us have a fear, either fear of yielding such power, or having been subject to it in their lives at any or any of our lives at any time. I'm just encouraging you to really feel into that and say, you know what? I see it. I see it. I feel it. So if you do feel on your journey that there's the journey of the dragons that inspire you, why not explore them a bit more? Watch some YouTube videos about them, watch some movies, try one of my free meditations, including the one I'm just posting today. Because as we do this, sorry if I managed to catch some of Patch's little presents on the floor there. As we do this, as we follow our hearts, we realize that every single being that exists and ever has and will exist has this really beautiful, unique superpower in each of us. And our superpowers are meant to be different. We are meant to be different from each other. And celebrating those differences is so empowering. You know, I didn't know until just a few years ago that my voice was really well suited. I find it very natural and, if anything, very soothing to roar like a dragon. It's really gentle on my vocal cords, and it feels very warm and loving to do so. So when you try things for the first time and explore things, maybe you'll be trying one of my meditations and growling like a dragon. You know, just feel into that and say, how does that feel for me? Does it feel good? Does it feel scary? Or does it feel kind of a bit of a mix of exciting, scary? You know, like you love doing it, but you're a little bit scared by some of it. You know, all these emotions are absolutely fine, and just encouraging you just to take the first step. That's the biggest step. The first step's always the biggest step, right? I don't know if I can get down this way actually, so I'm just going to turn around. Oh, look, it zoomed around. But yeah, really beautiful here. You can see the sea. That is a wee walk to get down there. But yeah, it's really beautiful. We were down there yesterday. It was stunning. So stunning, I'm sure. I'm sure there'll be more videos of that, especially as we bought a little kayak. Yeah, encouraging you to explore your dragon light language. And I have a little training course on Udemy, which is spelled udemy.com. Just search for Jon Binnie light language, and in that I teach more about what it is and how you speak it. And many of us, including myself, want to study and experience it and practice it in private first of all. Not all of us want to go on videos, Zoom calls together and practice. And I would say that on my journey, what I've really found helpful is just this vocalizing, making the noises, and the exploration is the most fun and the most enjoyable aspect of light language. And like anything, especially new things to you that you're less sure of, and you're maybe worried about outside interference from other beings or energies, do follow my practices of or someone else's that resonate with you around protection. So creating a safe space around you, setting clear intention of your boundaries, and then within that safe space practicing, because believe you me, there are millions, if not billions, maybe even trillions of beings around this universe that would love to interject, intercept, and intervene on your journey and cause you all kinds of problems, tricking you and offering you help. So there's no need to fear that. Just be steadfast and firm in your own beliefs and your practices. So just like you would at very least close your front door in your home, or lock it, and these are boundaries you get to choose. And this is the practice I use, golden protected bubbles in my meditations to do so. Oh, Patch, he really loves stopping and sniffing. Anything else to share? Yeah, definitely, big thing for many of us is the throat chakra. So it's encouraging you to open up your throat chakra and to feel into the the sensations, what it feels like to speak your truth. You know, many of us are used to constantly filtering what we say. You know, so one aspect of that can be, you know, for example, you just want to tell someone how you really feel, or you just want to, if someone says, oh, where, you know, hey John, what's your experience of dragons? You kind of want to, you know, dim things or kind of dumb things down a bit, filter things out is perhaps a nicer term to use. But I feel that this is not to be confused or mistaken with a much healthier practice, which is, you know, meeting people where they're at. So, you know, so for instance, you could say, oh, dragons, I really love dragons. If, you know, if someone asked me, you know, in a more formal setting perhaps, you know, what do you know of dragons? Do you like dragons, John? I'd say, yeah, I think dragons are really magical. I really love them, and I have all kinds of amazing experiences with them. And I would, you know, leave them with that. They might stop there and say, John's got a thing about dragons. Or they might say, well, John, tell me more. And maybe I would start with, you know, I would try and meet them where they're at, to begin with. So I would try something like, oh, you know, I love seeing dragons in my dreams, in the clouds. I see a lot of cloud-shaped dragons, you know, always stating the truth, and letting them feel a glimpse of that energy behind it, you know, not just being self-dismissive, dismissing yourself, just speaking your truth out loud, right, and saying, you know, I love them, I love dragons. You know, feeling your heart open and your throat chakra open. And then, you know, you can decide whether you want to keep going or let someone ask a bit more. Maybe we'll just keep going. You know, I could also say, I love speaking like a dragon. Would you like to hear it? Would you like to try a dragon roar? They're a lot of fun to try. You know, it's not that scary. It's okay to do it, and it's okay to do it outside in public. So yeah, we're heading off today to, it's like a kind of adventure theme park place, so looking forward to that. And look out for my dragon meditation today. Okay, take care, sending love.